Hey guys, CB Warrior here. Gonna do something a little bit different today. Gonna actually look at my Legend Leagues attack. I had a pretty good day. I ended up being 234. As you can see, I started out the day pretty crappy. I had a 84% 1-star and a 54% 2-star, guys. Not really what you're looking for. But then as you can see, after that I had a very good day. Defense has been pretty steady. Usually holds somewhere in the 70% range. But as you can see, they had a few that were in the high 80s there. It's a little unusual for the base I'm running. It usually does pretty well. But it just goes to show that more and more people are getting their troops maxed out and are getting used to hitting more and more bases. You see a lot of Yeti attacks. But one of the reasons why I wanted to look at my Legend League attacks is that today I had a ton of ring bases that I hit. In this past war, we faced a clan that almost ran exclusively ring bases. Now here's a variation of like that southern teaser flipped, and I actually hit a base like very similar to this base earlier today, and I'll show you guys how I hit that here in a little bit. Here's another one that's kind of a variation of a Legend League base. Another one that I've 3-starred using Laloon and Hogs. You just walk the queen towards the town hall, blimp this single, or Stone Slammer, whichever you choose. Yeti Blimp is working so well right now, so I definitely Yeti Blimp that. And then your queen will take the town hall, take out the Grand Warden there, and she'll continue to work around the top. And then you just bring Hogs in there with the real champ, with your king down here. Your king will tank for your royal champ, and your royal champ will work her way around. And then eventually she will hit that queen on that back side. And you just kind of have your Hogs come through the middle there. And generally they're going to be okay. Because the queen by that point in time will have drawn out the CC, take care of the town hall, and will take care of the king up top there. But that one is a base you'll see in Legend Leagues. Here's one. This is actually how I started out my day, as I hit this base. And then, as you can see, Jabroni actually 3-starred this one, so I might go back at the end if I have enough time and show you guys how he hit this base and 3-starred it. It was really close, and honestly, he made a bunch of mistakes, but he did still manage to get it. Here's another one that's a variation that you see in Legend League. This is another one that actually I've seen a few times. It's not as common. Here's one actually that you see all the time in Legend League. You see so many different variations of this. I hit a variation of this one in Legend League today. And then here's one that you see every so often. Actually, I just watched a video where Itsu hit this base. Here's another one that you used to see all the time, but you don't see quite as often. And usually you can use Hogs and stuff with. I really haven't seen this base since Scattershots came in. But as you can see, it's just a whole bunch of internet-style bases, a lot of the ring bases and stuff like that. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump into my Legend League day, and I'm going to first start out and show you my fail. As you can see, 84%, 14 trophies. Really not a good thing. And one of the things that happened with this was someone gave me, I don't have max siege machines yet. I'm still focusing on getting all of my troops up. I was a little bit rushed going to 13, but with CWL, felt it was more important to have the defenses to stay competitive in CWL than to have all of my troops completely maxed at Town Hall 12. And all my heroes were maxed, and most of my defenses too, so like I wasn't rushed too much, but my troops were not finished. But what I was going to say is that I have a siege barracks instead of a blimp, because I was going to blimp this top Inferno with that scatter shot, take that out, and the Royal Champ, hopefully, and then funnel into this Eagle here. And use a jump over this little area by the Grand Warden to get into this single and that scatter shot, rage that all up, and then send in my Royal Champ for the Town Hall while having quaking this area right there to help get my Yetis and stuff into there. And something very interesting also about today is that normally I only run one army type, and that's about all I run. But today you'll see 3 different attack styles. I had this Yeti attack. I'll do a Queen Charge Drag attack, and then I also did a hybrid attack, which is what I normally run. I normally just run a hybrid. But I was having some issues, and I want to try something else. I want to try out this Yeti attack. I really just don't think it's for me. I prefer the hybrid or hogs or even dragons. I tend to just have more luck with them. But as you can see, totally failed on this. Totally didn't get the Town Hall at all. So something with this base, guys, is you just normally want to take out one of these two. And when I thought about it, you might want to just jump or wall break in to a corner here while funneling out these buildings on the side. Your Yetis will go straight in the middle, and you can quake right around here. And they might spread out a little bit, but some of them will start going to the Town Hall. And that's how you can make sure to gain the Town Hall in this, or you can save a blimp for it, and the blimp is a great option. All right, so after that failure, I did kind of recover a little bit. I didn't manage to get the 2-star, but again, failed. So again, someone gave me the wrong barracks here. They gave me the, not barracks, my word, sorry guys. Gave me the wrong siege machine. So I'm kind of trying to figure out right now, like, what the heck I'm going to do with this. Now, normally on this base, with hybrid, you just wall break right there and have the queen take all out the center. Walk your king in from here. You could then switch to a siege barracks and drop that up here above that gold storage. Siege barracks will work its way down there. If you're running a blimp, you can blimp one of these sides, one of these single Inferno areas. Use your miners and hogs up there if you're running hybrid. But what I decided to do is I decided to go ahead and let my Grand Warden take this out. As you can see, I was a little late on my rage, and it tripped the Grand Warden's ability, which was very unfortunate because it just kind of kept me from able to go a little bit further. Also, as you can see, he's going to get targeted by the king here. So just not a good start to this at all. I do manage to kill the king, but not until after my Grand Warden's down. So guys, as you can see, like, this is kind of a really, really bad start to a really bad raid. And it kind of doesn't get any better. So quakes were completely and utterly useless because I won't even get that far. I used my Royal Champ while she's being tanked forward just to get that extra percentage, guys, and that's basically what allowed me to get that 2-star. Getting that little extra percentage at the top. Got a little bit of cleanup troops, so my queen goes chasing some skellies over into the corner. Just everything went wrong with this, but still managed to get the 2-star. But those are bases that you're going to see on a regular basis. Oh, got a live attack going on. Not going to watch that, guys, sorry. The next one, though, as you can see, is a much better attack. And here you go. Here's that one I said that I hit today that was in that war. So as you can see, I'm running Yetis. What I'm going to do is I'm going to quake right over this area I am going to blimp this area, and I'm going to use the Ice Golem and my king with the Royal Champ to take out this area over here. And that essentially creates a funnel straight through the middle. My queen does walk around the outside, but as you see and hear in a little bit, that actually is really beneficial and actually ends up helping me a lot. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I didn't blimp that. Grand Warden, I was thinking of a different attack where I blimped the corner. So I'm going to Warden walk that part. All he has to do is get to this point right here, and he's good. But as you can see, I started off with Ice Golem, King, and Royal Champ. Ice Golem is just going to distract everything and then freeze it up while the Royal Champ can take that out. Getting to that air defense is where I want her to go. And once she has that down, that funnel is created on that side. As you can see, my Grand Warden has been successful in creating the other part of the funnel. Now I do send the Yetis in just a little bit early. He doesn't quite get that Wizard Tower down, but that's not that big of a deal. So go ahead and Quake. Manage not to hit the Town Hall. I actually didn't want to open that compartment. So if you trip the Town Hall, guys, I kind of don't like doing that. Oh, and I want to point out right here, totally late on that poison. All my troops got hung up there for way longer than they needed to. Ended up being not too big of an issue, but it definitely slowed things down. But what I was going to say is that I don't like activating that Town Hall. That's a lot of damage coming out really fast on you if you trigger that before you need to. So you want to be careful with that. It's just kind of, it can be a little dangerous. So as you can see, my queen has picked up those healers and they're walking around the outside. There's still Yetis and Hogs cleaning up in the middle there, and they've pretty much taken out all of the defenses. So at this point in time, my queen can take everything out. She's still got her ability. She's got the Warden with her, and at least it looks like 4 healers. So she's literally just going to clean up the rest of the base. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward this. She briefly is in danger there because the healers switched off to the Grand Warden. But she's just going to go ahead and finish this off. So that's one of the things with this base. Like, once you get that core gutted, if your queen's up, she's going to clean up the outside. All right, next attack we're going to look at is another ring base. And guys, this one was painful. 99%. I hate getting this 99%. Here we go. And I used, like I said, Queen Charge Drags on this one. So once again, I'm going to try to create a funnel and get the dragons right into the core, and I'm going to drop them in right towards this Inferno. And my queen is going to start in down here on the south and work her way up to the left. And I'm going to use my Stone Slammer in this area to try to get the Eagle Artillery down from where she goes in here. I'm going to do this ×2 just because we got a lot of videos to get through here. Wall breaks in, works perfectly. I don't even, you need to drop the baby drag because once she's in, she's going to stay in at this point in time. So I dropped my king up there at the top, and that's just kind of help with funneling. I dropped my Royal Champ down below, and that's basically to get that air defense. I didn't think that my queen was going to walk to the north, but of course she did. But she does manage to, the king and her manage to take out all of those defenses. Queen staying out of line of that Inferno, and I can see right now, guys, I got a direct line pretty much straight to that Inferno at this point in time. So I'm going to let my queen walk in, take out a scatter shot, and I'm going to drop those dragons right in. Eagle's done. I dropped the rage, and I'm just going to kind of freeze things up as I go along, helping those dragons get through, drop the last rage, going into that last air defense. And once that goes down, guys, oops, sorry, there is one more air defense, but I see my queen is going to go ahead and take that out, and there's not enough damage over there, really, to take her out. This Expo, I keep sitting there and look at it, it's almost dead. Every time it fires, I'm thinking, oh no, my queen's going to die. Because if that Expo gets on her, she will die between her and that Archer Tower, but she gets that Archer Tower down before that Expo flips over to her. And guys, guess what? She missed that stupid army camp, and that's going to be what prevents me from the 100% there. But guys, dragons on that base, excellent. Itsu actually did a great video that showed how to do that. But that's exactly it right there, what I just did. That's how you can 3-star that base. All right. Next one, a 97%, guys. I had a bunch of time fails today. This base, Southern Teaser variation. Queen does not go where I think she's going to go, and that's why I kind of time fail on this. So I'm going to blimp right into this area, get that scatter shot, or attempt to get the scatter shot, but I'm going to get that single and that Expo, but I'm thinking I can get at least these 3 defenses, and if I do that, excellent. That's a lot worth for that Yeti bomb. Don't quite get it though, as you'll see here in a second. So that comes in, and I don't want to waste too much time here, so I'm going to go ahead and start my queen walk. And what I'm looking to do is, as you can see, I dropped the baby dragon. I got my wall breakers coming in. Is I'm trying to get her into this area and then start working down south, taking out the Royal Champion and all that. Because if that's down, I got that huge funnel on this side, and I can drop my king up north, as you can see. And then I was just going to bring the hybrid down through the middle. But what ends up happening is they both end up avoiding this single target Inferno somehow. I don't know. I'm not going to complain. But they both step out of range and stay out of range. And I'm just going to bring my hybrid in, right in at that single target Inferno. And that's just going to allow me basically to path straight through the core. And there's enough of a break down here through the Yeti bomb that everything's just going to path over towards the right and then eventually to that Town Hall. But as you can see, miners coming in, Grand Warden, Royal Champ, Hogs. And I'm going to drop both heals here. I really could have saved the one. Drop the Rage too, just to get the miners and the Hogs through the Town Hall. There's the first freeze as well. Grand Warden ability coming in. As you can see, King and Queen have worked their way around to the right side there. Dropped a second freeze on those Wizard Towers. Just that splash image. I mean, the Hogs and the miners can work their ways through single target point defenses, but it's the splash damage that really does them a lot of damage. And with all the skeleton traps down there, I probably should have pre-pulled them, just because those skeletons slow down the miners so much that it ends up being an issue. As you can see, my queen still got her ability. Grand Warden and Royal Champ are about to take out that enemy Royal Champ, but unfortunately just aren't able to do it. Had they been able to do that, had my been able to clean that up and taken out the Archer Tower, I might have gotten the 3 stars. But with her ability, as you can see, there's nothing to stop the queen from getting this 3-star except for time. And that's exactly what happened, is end up getting the time fail. But overall, guys, had I gotten that hybrid down a little bit sooner, might have been able to get that 3-star. Alright, so we're going to go in and look at my second 3-star of the day. And here it is, guys, a variation of this base. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pre-pull the CC with a Hog and a Loon, also hopefully to get Seeking Air Mine. I'm immediately going to drop a Poison and the Queen in the corner with healers on top. Followed by a Rage. And that just makes sure that all those skelly traps, everything. And the reason why I did 1 Loon and 1 Hog was for that reason, to pull out any ground and air skellies that might be in the area. Should have dropped another Loon right here, as you're going to see here in a second. I'm going to lose a healer to a Black Mine when she steps up. Yep, right there. Dropped Loons just to kind of make it a little bit faster. try to kind of wall break in there. It's not necessary on this base. Drop my last rage there, but my queen is going to die. But I'm going to switch to barracks and drop my king down, and then hybrid's going to go in between. And that hybrid's just going to work its way into the base. Drop Royal Champ down here at the south to make sure everything pushes in. Grand Warden ability to kind of catch everything before things start splitting off. And I'm freezing that scatter shot just to like hopefully get the hogs through. When my queen dies, that's not necessarily a bad thing on this base because those healers switched off, topped off those hogs, got through just a few more defenses. That was like really key, and that was a really big thing there. Really helped kind of finish this off. Royal Champ's just doing work there. But as you can see, there's lots of troops left over. I still got 2 Yetis with baskets full, but this E-Drag comes in with the Grand Warden and finishes it off. Alright. Just a few more here. So we're actually going to skip that 98% that was not a ring base. But I'm going to go ahead and look at this last attack. Again, a variation of the Southern Teaser, but with a more centralized town hall. And this actually went fairly well. I spent a little bit too much time. Had I gotten my hybrid down a little bit sooner, probably would have gotten a higher percentage, maybe even actually been able to 3-start. But it was just kind of a little bit slow, kind of getting things rolling. I'm going to Yeti, yeah, this is the attack I was thinking of. I'm going to Yeti Blimp into that multi, and I was really hoping to get a little bit more, but I've created a decent funnel. The only problem is that mortar is going to kind of bug me, and it's going to stay up, and I want to get it down to make sure my queen moves over to the side. Now right here, guys, at this point in time, once I have those healers down, I really should have dropped my king over here and go ahead and then just drop my hybrid in, coming in from this side, and to push them in, and let my king funnel this side, so that way I could have saved on the time. But I wait too long, and then I notice that my queen's going to walk and not go where I wall break in, and that ends up being what causes me the time issue here. So I'm going to do this in just ×2. But I was able to wall break in. I was actually pretty happy with that. But right there, I was like, oh crap, she's not going in. Had I dropped my king and then done the hybrid, she would have walked in at that point in time. I pulled the CC here. She's not really in too much danger. I take out that air defense. I'm going to drop the poison. But this, guys, is just eating up a crap ton of time. And at this point in time, it's like, oh no, I'm in trouble. So I realize right now that I'm in trouble, like I just said, and I dropped my Royal Champ and the Baby Drag behind my king there, and that's just to help push my troops to the core, because you need to push them into the core. You don't get them into the core, you have a 1-star fail. So I dropped that first freeze on the Town Hall, because like I said earlier, guys, the Town Hall puts out a crap ton of damage. I dropped that heal leading into that core, drop another freeze, catch all the Teslas, just to help those hogs and miners get through a little bit further and a little bit faster. Use the Grand Warden ability as those giant bombs go off. Just a hair too early, those hogs end up taking the splash damage, which is very unfortunate. Get stuck on a crap ton of skellies there in the middle. But Queen's up, she's doing well, she's got healers. Just too much left though. Grand Warden's actually being really helpful and actually doing cleanup. Guys, I hate this Seeking Air Mine bug. It's so dumb. I really wish they'd fix it. But just not enough cleanup, guys, not enough time. So I'm going to have that fail there. But that brings us to the end of the video. Hope this was helpful. Just keep preparing for those ring bases. Make sure you create a very nice wide funnel. Funnel out 2 sides, and then just bring whichever army of your choosing down the middle. Different strategies work different well. You just gotta be able to be willing to practice different ones, and keep giving them a try, guys. So good luck, and we'll see you next time.